Let's move on to our next example and start with Moon Dasha. The Moon here in the D24 does not rule any of the important factors, which are the 12th house, 11th house. Cancer is not 12th or 11th from the two Karakars, Mercury and Jupiter. So the Moon doesn't rule any of the important 12th house factors, but the Moon as a Karaka will give its effects. The Moon has intuition and understands through emotions. The Moon also has the intelligence to understand symbols, and all of which are trademarks of a skilled tarot reader. And that's the reason why tarot is ruled by the Moon. Especially if the 8th house of esoteric sciences is involved, right? And many times you also see the 9th house of counseling. And then the Moon representing tarot becomes a much greater likelihood. And so we can see here that the Moon is conjunct the 9th house of sharing wisdom, and it is also here conjunct the counselor planet Jupiter, who is also the 8th lord of occult sciences. And so during Moon Dasha, this person got heavily involved in tarot and giving tarot readings. The other thing, of course, that the Moon rules is psychology. It was also during her Moon Dasha that she pursued her master's degree in psychology. And her thesis was a massive 800-page paper on tarot and the psyche. And although she initially wanted to publish her thesis as a book, she later on gave up the idea. We can see here that the Moon is manifested by Jupiter and also by Mercury, and that is giving her great ability and insight into tarot and psychology. But Rahu's influence caused enough holes in her understanding that she hesitated to publish the book. Right? With Jupiter and Mercury's intellectual influence, she had clarity and knew that she didn't know something properly. And she didn't want to print a book with wrong information. Right? She was aware that she needed more time to learn, and so she held off from publishing the book. Nevertheless, the Moon is manifested twice, and despite this Rahu blemish, she had above average intelligence during Moon Dasha. Next came Mars Dasha, and we can see here that Mars rules Rahu. And as a result, in Mars Dasha, her treatment methods changed. Mars here rules the 1st house of body, the 6th house of healing, the 7th house of relationships, and also here the 12th house of letting go. And what happened during Mars Dasha, she focused her studies on the body. She learned how to do posture readings and worked with somatic awareness. Right? She helped her clients pay attention to the sensations and signals that the body sends. She could explain which emotions are connected to which muscle pain in the body. Right? Mars, of course, rules the muscular system of the body. And here, of course, also Rahu and Ketu, which are the unconscious influences affecting the muscles. And so she used the muscle pain as indicators of deeper emotional trauma. Now, when we look a little further, we can see that Mars here gets separated by Rahu, but also manifested by Mercury. So Rahu gives doubt and confusion, but Mercury skill and technique. And in her case, what happened? Mercury manifesting Mars gave her incredible skills in curing chronic muscle pain. But when it came to her relationship counseling, she didn't have the right tools and techniques that could actually help her clients. Now, Venus debilitated here certainly played a role in this too, indicating a lack of understanding in all things related to Venus. And what happened, her clients They felt, acknowledged, and heard, but not always guided properly. Right? Mars is bold and initiative and likes to take a chance. And so in Mars Dasha, she had the courage to apply what she knew, even though she knew that it wasn't necessarily perfect. Next came Rahu Dasha. Now, Rahu Dasha is always transformative. And depending on Rahu's condition, for better or worse, Rahu here gets aspected by Jupiter and by its lord Mars, two manifestors. So while Rahu rules illusions, when it is strong, it exposes them and creates balance and wisdom. And so during Rahu Dasha, she shifted her career direction once again, and this time towards deep psychological work. Right? She did process-oriented psychotherapy, which is also known as simply process work. And this is a therapeutic approach that focuses on exploring and addressing unconscious and unacknowledged aspects of a person's experience. And this fits perfectly here with Rahu's symbolism. Right? Rahu governs our relationship with what's hidden and buried. Right? Rahu governs trauma, unconscious memory, and the unspoken fears that sabotage our success. And so here Rahu gets activated by Jupiter, who is truth-seeking, and also by its lord Mars, right, who gives the drive for clarity. And so since Rahu here is strongly manifested in the D24, over time she developed exceptional insight and skill. In fact, during Rahu Dasha, she reached the pinnacle of her career thanks to a major breakthrough in her healing methods. Right? Her clients experienced real breakthroughs in their inner healing journey and were able to transform their lives positively. By now, she is in Jupiter Dasha. Jupiter Dasha has become a period of consolidation for her. Right? She is no longer seeking to discover new understanding or developing new techniques. Instead, she is simply working with everything that she built during Rahu Dasha. Right? She runs her practice, attends to her clients, and also leads workshops and trains others. Jupiter's strength here is just average in a natural neutral sign. It gets supported here by Mercury, but then also separated by Rahu. And so her personal understanding won't expand beyond what she achieved before. But Jupiter's goal here isn't about knowing more. Jupiter's role is to pass on her existing knowledge and ensure that the methods perfected in Rahu Dasha continue to benefit both her and the people she serves.